Green light on site, baby. You already know how it goes. Yo. All right. Before we get into today, let me tell you something. This is my birthday week, right? And I am a giver, right? But one thing I realized, it is hard to give away free stuff. Like people think you get, people really think I'm trying to hack these people. Now I get it. The Cash App get you, gotcha, get you is really out there, right? But no, I'm telling people I'm buying you free coffee. I'm you know what I'm saying, Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be a giver. I went live twice and told that I was giving away coffee, giving away $5 Cash Apps, right? I'm still doing it because I only was able to give out 6 $5 Cash Apps.
Oh wow!
So you know what I'm saying? And the problem is, I think either the algorithm stopping me because I said Cash App, or people just don't trust it. Like you know what I'm
I
saying?
think our sense of trust is like at an all-time low. But I trust you, man. I trust you.
Send me a Cash App.
I'll send it to you. Hey, man, if it's for free, it's for me. And
There
you know what
go.
else is for me?
You know what I'm saying? That's
Technically speaking, it's for me, man. We live on IG, man. So
what up, IG?
Hey, and everyone that's popping in the IG, he's giving away some free stuff. So give him the Cash App once he drops his social handles and all of that. But thanks for joining us, Mondo, Latrice, and Unstoppable Unstoppable Season. There you go.
Hey,
back
Jonathan.
again.
That's Frat, baby.
Oh yeah, much love
Frat.
to you, Frat. Hey, thanks for showing that love, baby. But yeah, you're welcome back to another episode of Technically Speaking.
Yes,
episode 10, man.
We in the double digits now.
We are preteen with these episodes at this point, bruh.
Yeah, we got some skin in the game. I don't know what kind of skin. Man. I don't want to say it too loud. I do not want us to get blocked, but we got some skin.
We got some steam. And again, of course, we break down tech news for everyday life.
Yes. Now, pause for the cause and breaks for the shakes, because I don't know if y'all hear that, but it seemed like it's like in my side of town it's 4:33, and I guess the people who's doing the gardening didn't get the memo that I'm on.
Hey, tell them we live, man. Y'all gonna have to come back.
Y'all gotta shut it down. Let me go to the window and just tell them. Hold on one second. Let me pause. I told y'all we live.
Yeah, man. Another busy week in the world of tech. So he's coming back. I'm gonna let y'all. We back, baby. We back. All right, man.
Like we never left.
So are they gonna stop or what?
I have to shut them down with the window. I ain't gonna never stop nobody from getting their money. So I just, you know what? Yeah, what goes
As you
around,
should not.
Around.
As you should not.
With them. They gotta cut my line. You know what? The worst thing they can do is cut my line and put real doo-doo instead of fertilizer on it. It'll be stankin' mo with no grow, and that ain't cool, brother. We can't do that. We cannot do
it. Oh man, that's funny. No. That's funny. Hey, we had 4th of July weekend, so hopefully everyone had a good 4th of July. Hey, hopefully. Unstoppable Season said congrats on episode 10. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. You know what, man? Unstoppable Season, just for saying that, bro, we're going to invite you on to the show.
We need you on the show, man. We need you on the show.
I know you personally, so I know that you get down with the get down.
Oh, yeah.
You're always uplifting. You always in a positive mood. So shout out to Unstoppable Season.
And then shout out to Tutu Tony, or Toto Tony on IG. He's another Air Force veteran represent. Thank you for your service.
Ooh,
and thank you for
your service.
Thank you for joining in, man. Appreciate that. We're gonna have to get him to come on too, because he's a techie. So
quick question. Can you throw that in? Can you throw the link to the Instagram inside the business group I made on Instagram?
Oh, I don't know if I can do that, because if you know what? Yes, I can. Matter,
put it in there.
You know what? Let me see. I
if
think
it's
I might
too late, then I ain't gonna hate if it's too late, but if it's cool,
if it's too late. Let me see. I think I could throw it up in there.
Throw it up. Throw it in a circle.
There we go. Hey,
throw it in a circle.
I did just drop it in there. Hey. Actually, you know what? That's the key. And it's not. I don't think I can, sir. It's too late.
It's okay. It's
They just got a
always,
key in that group chat and Instagram, and they're gonna be like, "What in the hell?"
I don't know, but somebody from Dana Park decided to hit me. They gonna have to wait.
Yo, so let's jump to it. So another
Yeah.
thing that might have people saying, "What the hell?" We talking more AI, man. The name of this episode is AI rules the world, man.
AI rules the world.
When I was thinking about that, I couldn't help but think of that song. Everybody wants to rule the world.
World.
Y'all know that classic
Yeah.
80s babies, 90s babies. You know what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this whole episode is gonna be about AI.
Artificial intelligence.
There you go. There
You know
you
what?
go.
It's so crazy that we say AI so much that people who say it don't really know what AI is. Like my son, he was like, "Is it artificial information?" I was like, and then my daughter, she was like, artificial. She didn't say intelligence, but she said something, and I was like, it sounded good. I can't think of it. I'm not gonna try to because I don't want nobody to be like, "Oh, I used that and I got it from the show and ban them." No. But in the same breath, it's still artificial intelligence. That means it's not birth; it was created. And just to let you know what this, as open AI's decisions and all of what they do, these are generative open AIs. That means that somebody generated it. It wasn't like what is it? I don't want to say her name, but Apple has her on all her phones. Because if I say it, then my computer's gonna shut down because you know what I'm saying. I'll be like, wait, what? We've had that happen before. But there's some bad actors again about this open AI.
Yeah, man.
I don't. Hey. It ain't the bike dance.
I know. Not the same app, but it's the same country.
Same country.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. So, OpenAI has announced that it will begin blocking users in China from accessing its popular AI service, ChatGPT, starting on the morrow. So that's tomorrow.
He said on the morrow.
Despite the company's services not being officially available in China, many users and developers have been accessing them through the API. OpenAI is taking steps to enforce these blocks more rigorously. Let me hear your thoughts, bro.
Well, you know, it's one of them things, right? I have nothing against China just personally, right? But nonetheless, that is a known adversary of, the US of A. And I've said this before, right? China is like our biggest frenemy, man. It's like we cool with them, but we not, because we still trade. And dude, I constantly got Amazon Prime stuff being delivered almost every day. I'm addicted. And if you look at where it's made from, it's gonna say made where?
China.
Made in China, man. Yeah. So that's one side, right? But the flip side of it, there have been known bad actors coming at us, testing our cyber gangster from China all the time. All the time. So and I get it, right? There actually might be some people that are doing some good things, some good apps out there, right? And they're using those APIs to connect to ChatGPT, right? They can't use ChatGPT.
Wait a minute. Talk to the people. Let them know what API is, because I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I say API. I should know what it is, and I think I do, but I can't remember. Make it plain for those who don't understand, brother.
And you know what? I gotta Google it. Because I've been using that acronym for years, and to be honest, I never knew.
Yeah, because here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? We want to make it plain like Jane. You feel me?
Plain like Jane, baby, for everyday life, baby. That's the whole purpose. So, all right, it stands for Application Programming Interface, and I'll break that down. Right, basically, whenever you create an app, you may need it to connect to different services, right? For example, let's go back to Amazon, right? You want that Amazon, when you make a payment, Amazon is using a third-party application to be able to process your payment. So the Amazon app will have to connect via API, application programming interface, to be able to use that service. That's what an API is. We use it every day.
Yes.
Almost everything we do using any type of tech. If you're on your phone using apps, what you're doing is connecting to third-party services through APIs.
Got it.
Hopefully that makes sense.
It makes sense. So therefore, what China is doing is they're using a third-party app to use OpenAI Chat GPT.
Boom.
So what they're doing is they're pretty much saying, look, I'm gonna come to your house and hack what I'm doing. But I ain't gonna bring it back to my house, because my internet is off.
Yo, that's like putting my water in my mama name. That's basically, I mean, because you can
everything in my mama name.
I mean that, and you know what? That's the threat, right? And again, there's always two sides of the coin. I'm pretty sure there's people doing good things with good intentions, no ill will at all. Right. But it's the bad actors that are finding loopholes through the APIs, right? And we have videos on our channel, Von Go Tech Bites, right? That's talking about AI attacks, hackers going and attacking targets through AI. Right. Not AI, but APIs. They're attacking targets through APIs, which that's why Chat GBT they decided to block even that, right? And it's they was the article that you're reading, it does talk about like some of the Chinese startups and stuff like that. And I looked at that, right? If you're someone in China who may have a dope app, some type of startup app, right, that can do wonderful things, you're now kind of getting looked at like TikTok, right? And the whole thing with TikTok, one of the things that's like so painful to a lot of people, some people make money from TikTok, right? Like if you got a small business and you know you're still building, you don't really have a huge marketing budget, but you're able to like leverage TikTok to get people coming to your company. TikTok goes away, you lose that. If you're a content creator making a living, a good living, supporting your family, putting money in your local community off of what you're doing on TikTok goes away, you're losing that, right? Same thing if you got a small startup in China that's connecting through Chat GPT through an API, you might be making some good money. This goes away, you're gonna have to figure something else out.
And you know, I say this with everything, there's similarities. So if you can learn, and we talked about this before, you know what I'm saying? I understand that if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars on TikTok with these tools and everything, you could possibly do the same thing with another platform, although you have to scale and build it up and scale it. But that's no different in the workforce. Like if I worked at Starbucks, right? Yeah. I learned how to make the mean best macchiato and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Starbucks had to cut back because they had to let a brother go. I go over to Coffee Bean. I'm not going to get the same job as whoever's already making the mean cup of joe over there. I'm going to have to start at the bottom. But guess what? My experience that I learned, I can take those skills right over there with me. It's I mean, but I get it. You know, people want familiarity. Like, oh man, I'm always on this platform. Guess what? I've learned that the word pivot in basketball means two things. One, it means that you can either go another way or it gives you an opportunity to take another shot. Period.
Yeah. No, for real.
There it is. So bad actors is a no-no, because you know what I'm saying? The problem with all these issues that we're seeming to have with this country, it seems that it's affecting the little man more than the big man.
That seems to always be the case, huh? Because you say that on almost every episode. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Because I mean, like the big people, you know what I'm saying? We can go and throw a couple $1,000s into something, and then they'll have that team fix it. But you know, us people,
that's not easy when you're still building. You a small company, you don't have as many resources as the bigs, right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's a big pond out there. And if you can get full feeding off the little fishes, why try to get the big fish that you can't really catch?
Touche. And you know what? You said something earlier, right? About the pivot, right? Yeah. my journey in life as where we are right now, right?
Yeah.
Not gonna say my age, you know what I mean? I'm trying to
Look,
pass.
please, man, we look good for our age. You know how old 43-year-olds look back in the day?
Hey,
They did
man,
not
when we
exist.
was kids, 43 was like ancient.
We
Like,
was like,
yo,
what? You still here?
you was partying with Abraham, weren't you?
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You was on the AARP list. Like, nah, bro, we good on here, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean,
that's 35. Except
man.
for Rudy. But yeah.
Yo, but nah, like what life has taught me, man, you got to master the art of the pivot, man. Especially when I came out the military, man, I done pivoted so many times and wore so many hats and jobs, dude. I did cybersecurity in the military, came out, worked in sales, then somehow I ended up as a recruiter. Then I was on a sales team, and now I'm back working and then I was teaching classes, running a training school, IT training school, and now I'm back doing cybersecurity, right?
You were doing travel agency too.
And I was that was my side hustle on active duty, man.
You know what I'm saying? For real. And you was a rapper, a successful one. You know what I'm saying? You performed in Korea, you performed in Long Beach.
True.
And Arizona. So
and I say that to say, man, for those folks, right, the good people in China that may be impacted by this and may lose income, start looking now. If you're able to see this out there, start getting ready for that next pivot. And also you TikTok users that are making money, just you better start pivoting now, man. There's a young female I follow on YouTube, Tay Tay is her name, man. And she talked about the whole TikTok thing for a while. She was like, I've been telling y'all TikTok users, y'all better start moving over. Yeah. We're telling y'all that too. Y'all better start getting ready for that pivot. We got some feedback. I Am Jeff is back. What up, bro?
What up, Jeff?
And he was talking about API allows two apps to talk to each other. Yup. One of the major API hacks going around is the fake email saying a new device attempting to sign into your Venmo or Cash App. You were just talking about the Cash App.
No wonder why nobody wants the free money.
That's probably why they're not hitting you up for that free money. Click a real link that has one of those API attached to the link, and you signed in, and they get the info. Yep. That's been a big thing going on, man. Bad actors, they've been using those API attacks heavy, at least the last 3 months.
I think I got hit with that.
Yeah.
Cause they keep calling me, right? And I'm like, man, I know, I'm up to game, right? But then I try to log into my PayPal through the actual app on my phone. And it's like, what? And then I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just change this password altogether. And I did. And then I logged in. And guess who ended up getting paid? Adobe. Oh. We talked about this. I was like, I had y'all on a credit card that was canceled. Why y'all gonna go ahead and go to that
damn Adobe? Hey, man. Hey, man, let me find out. They hired some API hackers, man, to try to come up since that whole FTC thing is coming at them.
I'm saying, bro. I was like, Adobe. I was like, you know what? Now I got to try to learn Photoshop for 30 days because I already paid for it. Now I'm gonna try.
That's funny. Hey, if you pay for it, you might as well use it. Hey, man, speaking of which, when you pay for something, you're like, man, I done paid for it, so I got to use it. Yo, I had to go to the post office downtown. Didn't know the parking for the post office was $25. And I'm there, American dollars. Dude, like I dropped off the package I needed to drop off, and I spent my whole lunch in the car chilling. I'm like, I'll pay for this spot. I'm using it.
Bro.
Dude.
Parking red. Parking red.
No, they do. They will tow you real quick. They don't mess around over here, man.
Retracted statement.
I do not encourage that because they will come get you. But yeah, man. When it comes down to it, man. Right now, OpenAI is available in 160 countries. China's not one of them. But when they block that, y'all gonna have to pivot, man. You will have to pivot. And then one thing I did want to point out, it's been a while since I did this. I'm gonna have to put my governance hat on real quick, right? Gotta put my governance hat on. Yeah. This is an example of governance at play because OpenAI, they're not trying to piss off the US government, right? And this is, I think, probably the most high level scenario that we're seeing of governance, being taking action for, right? They're doing that to comply with some of the policies the government is starting to put out, right? They don't want beef with the government. And they're like, China, you cool, but I like my government better. So I'm just go ahead and cut you off real quick. That's what's happening. That's what, and then I got some more governance stuff for y'all policies because I need our community to understand the importance of these policies, right? But we'll leave it at that for now. But that's really what's going on, man. That OpenAI, they're getting ahead of the game to comply with U.S. policy. That's really what's going on right there.
You gotta appreciate something like that because of the fact that with OpenAI, it's advancing extremely fast, and for it to have somebody take advantage that's a bad actor, and then start advancing as fast as they are, then it starts checking your credibility, and that's what you don't want.
Nope, not at all.
Think about. I'm a pivot. I'm gonna talk about that. Wow, what happened?
I am Jeff said I got a handicap plate. I don't pay for ish. About the parking in the red.
I ain't that, bro. Let me borrow that and bring that this.
I was just thinking that you read my mind, man. I'm like, I'm gonna need to hold that. I look just like you. That's my brother, so hey, I can get away with that,
bro. One of y'all stay in the car. We get. But no, what I was gonna say was, if you look at one of the fastest prepaid companies that blew up in the past, think about
it.
Prepaid cell phone company that blew up in the past.
Was it?
This is before the people who actually probably they're not. I'd say 15 years ago there was not. Matter of fact, 20 years ago there was. Where you at? Everybody had Boost Mobile, or it had. Where you
I remember right? Boost.
They had celebrities doing it. They had everything going for them, all that stuff. Nextel was an extension of Boost Mobile, right? But Boost Mobile was growing extremely fast. However, Nextel was the quality of service was dropping costs left and right. Once Sprint bought Nextel, that where you at went away, and then it just became Boost Mobile, and it declined extremely. It dropped faster than it was, then it climbed. And I say that to say this: like if the owners of ChatGPT, OpenAI, if OpenAI was to attach themselves to a product or gave China access to this tool, and as fast as they're growing, I truly believe there would have been a lot more growth stunt from OpenAI, because people was already trying to hate on OpenAI when it came to their growth in the company. I mean, with Nvidia and all of them, right?
Yep.
But
even Elon Musk was hating on them.
Isn't he an investor?
He was one of the original investors,
right? But hey, you know what I'm saying? If you get mad because you help somebody get in the race and they are winning the race, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you passed the baton for a reason. Just sit back.
True. Hey, but man,
I ain't got no beef with Elon.
Me neither. And those Teslas, they're pretty damn good. Some things they could tweak. There's some quality that can kind of be boosted a little bit, but overall, man, that's a damn good car, man.
It is, man. It is.
What we got next, man? What we got next?
It looks like OpenAI is finding coding errors. So we've been talking so much good.
Hey, I mean, you can't talk. You cannot talk AI without talking about OpenAI, man. I mean, one thing about OpenAI, they basically put all the other tech companies on notice because they came out with their stuff so fast. I know Google was doing their thing with AI, and then they tried to rush their stuff to keep up. But yeah, they put everyone on notice, man. They are not messing around at all.
And rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. If Michael Jordan, I seen a phrase online. It was like Michael Jordan didn't leave the Bulls, he would have had a total of 8 rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
If people understand that you see something taking off and doing well, don't try to mirror it. Just try to stay in sync with it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Stay in sync with it. It's gonna help you.
That's almost like if you can't beat them, join them.
There you go.
What do you say?
Can't beat them.
On the chirp because. Well, let's play what's going on over here with this chat OpenAI finding ChatGPT coding errors. Let me play this for the crew real quick.
Coding. Get ready for a mind-blowing update from OpenAI introducing Critic GPT.
Ooh.
OpenAI's latest innovation designed to fix ChatGPT's biggest coding blunders. Imagine this, AI teaching itself to be better at coding. Critic GPT analyzes and corrects ChatGPT's mistakes, making it smarter and more reliable. This tech upgrade is game-changing, especially for developers who rely on AI to streamline their coding processes. But hey, with great power comes great responsibility, right? As AI continues to evolve, it's crucial to keep an eye on the ethical and societal implications. So what do you think about AI fixing its own flaws? Share your thoughts.
But yeah, man. So let me kind of translate that real quick. So basically, a lot of coders they've been using AI, like you said. If we can't beat them, join them, right? So AI or ChatGPT can write code, right? So what developers have been using, they've been using that to really streamline their work, speed up the process, right? But according to a Business Insider, ChatGPT has a 52% error rate with this coding. So even though coders are kind of using that to speed up their productivity, you may not be getting the best product from them, right? Because people are looking at this like if you're not in the tech like I am, you're like, okay, why do I care, right? Is again, I go back to if you use a phone, you're using apps, right? Those apps may have been updated or developed with code that was developed or written by ChatGPT, right? And if there's a 52% error rate, right? And some of those errors could be malicious code, right? i.e. stuff that was written by bad actors. Because what happens a lot of time is these bad actors will go to a repository like GitHub, right? That's where a lot of your developers get the frameworks that they use to build their codes off of, right? The foundations, if you will, right? Sometimes, man, they're not always checking for any malicious logic. Because just to explain to people who may not be into tech, right? There is a line of separation between cybersecurity folks like me and developers. I have no developing skills at all, period.
Right.
But developers are not always cybersecurity savvy. They're more focused on, hey, you're using the Amazon app. I got to make sure I'm pushing out updates so you have a good customer experience. They may or may not be like, ooh, I got to make sure I check it for security, right? So that's what opens up is these threats, right? When you have a 52% error rate. So basically, the Critic GPT can check ChatGPT's work. That's what's going on with that right there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So pretty much what you're saying, you have the checker checking the checker.
Basically. and then
you know what?
Go
What's
ahead.
Funny is all of it is in-house. It's like, I don't really have to go next door to figure out what's going on with my electric. I can just go upstairs and figure out what's going on.
Yep. Efficiency, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Wrong with that. But real quick, I want to point out, right? Putting that this is going to be a governance hat wearing moment again, right? So why is OpenAI pushing out another tool that's going to check the work of the other tool? Governance, baby. Dude, these policies are really starting to reveal itself, right? And then I want to point out too, right? This is kind of I want to say the solution or the answer to a lot of people's fears, right? Because one of the biggest fears, and we talked about this before, is that people think AI is going to come take their jobs, right? And some of those fears are legit, right? Because it will. But it's gonna take. Go ahead. You go ahead, man.
You already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna say. If you scared that they're gonna take your job, do something where they can't.
There you go. There you go. Hey, you're gonna have to get some AI proof skills, man. You're gonna have to get some AI proof skills.
You can get a free class on Google right now. and you know what I'm saying, get you an AI generative AI certificate.
Yep.
That's gonna save you. Now, yeah, you're gonna have to do some work, but guess what? You're not doing nothing now. If you're not doing nothing now, that's why your job is that.
You sound like that college commercial. You're not doing nothing anyway. What was that? What school was that? You're not doing nothing but sitting on the couch anyway. You might as well go to school.
You know what I'm saying? You sitting there on the couch. You're not going nowhere.
On the couch.
But nah, but here's the thing for real. Like, AI is out there to take jobs, right? But if you a business owner and you look at it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a bad thing, but then it's like it's gonna help business flow. So why don't you do what? Get into the know.
If you can't beat them, join them, baby.
Look, and I learned this lesson from. Let me just step into the culture of hip hop and music.
Go ahead.
Right, Jay-Z, one of the best rappers in the world. Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was like death to autotune. T-Pain was like, nah. He was like, nah. Auto-tune is still around to this day,
and it's used by almost everybody.
More, yeah. And guess what? The fact is, it's like true indeed. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Jay-Z had made a point. He was like, bump that auto-tune because we own, right?
He said, calm down, little Romeo.
Who said that? Who said that?
That's I Am Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah. But then, you know, you got to look at it like this. There's an evolving. Everything's evolving. You evolve or die. Period. Right?
Evolve or die, man.
And
evolve or die.
And we see generative AI has evolved over the year and a half that's been around. It went
fast,
from
dude. It went
from ChatGPT to beta to 3.5 to 4 to 40. It just jumped up. It was like, nah, we ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, it's been, and 5 is on the way.
Yeah,
5 is on the way.
You
5.
feel me?
Yep. But to close that point though, back to the governance, right?
Yeah.
I would say some of your low skill jobs, they gone. They gonna be gone. So you're gonna have to get you some real deal skills. That's what you need to know.
You know what
I'm saying? Every single job won't go away. You know why? Because the government is writing policies right now to stop that. Because think about it. There's no way the U.S. government is gonna let all their taxpayers lose their jobs. Not even a significant amount, because that's less tax dollars for the government, man. They need tax dollars. They're not gonna let that happen. And I want people to understand, man, the power of the pen, man, is the pen is mightier than the sword, right? When those policies kick in, hey, they don't mess around. So I would say
what I'm hearing you saying is,
go ahead.
They're gonna keep some black jobs up there.
What the hell is a black job, man? What
is a black job?
What is a black job? I was like, I saw it, and at first I was like, yeah. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait.
Hold up.
Wait.
What?
No.
I could think of one black job and it starts with an S, and we don't want them jobs.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, we don't
we don't want them jobs.
We don't. We came too far. No. Oh, God.
You know what? I think this is a good time to introduce a new segment that we're doing on the show. So this is technically speaking. So we focus on tech topics, but you know what? We're going to throw in a segment to just talk about regular world topics in between. So I think you just open us up to talk about our first off-script topic, right? Since we're talking about Trump. Yeah, because if we're talking about Trump, who else we got to talk about?
I didn't say it.
Boy, he said it. He said it. All right, everybody. That's who said that. Trump,
okay.
What the hell is a black job, man? You almost had my vote till you said that, man.
Yeah. So check it out. Well, this kind of could tie in to a black job, because look it, Biden is not dropping out. He ain't. He's saying he's staying in the race. He's in it to win it. But does he have 4 more in store? I don't think so. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
1,000. Wow.
And I'm keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you where the black vote going for. Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
Kiki. They voting for Kiki. because they know that.
Did you say Kiki?
Yeah, they voted for Kiki.
Kiki, do you
love me? That's a hey. They not like us, okay?
Hey, but that's still a good song, man. Hey, man.
I don't look. That's Drake with the melodies. Okay.
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Yeah. So the reason why I say this is because of the fact that I understand why Biden will not drop out, because dropping out right now will show weakness and signs that he's not willing to really to fight to the end.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to fight to the end. He has to. But the reason why, if you see on the news that they're all meeting together, the Democratic Party is trying to figure out, well, let's get him some help. Let's get him out of there. I'm like, look, I seen somebody put on there online saying, well, we got the first black job vice president. I was like, that is crazy and cold. So we have a DEI vice president, diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI president.
Yeah.
That's Kamala Harris. But let me tell you this, and keep it real with you. If Biden wins, I believe he's going to go ahead and turn over the power of the ranks to his vice president, because of the fact that the real talk. When Obama went into office, his hair was black. When he came out of office, his hair was black.
It was salt and pepper, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
He aged like 10 years and 4 years, man.
Yeah, same thing Bill Clinton did. Same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Bill Clinton was involved with some other things that aged him. Huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't think that aged him.
He didn't inhale, but somebody else did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I can tell you what else he got that gave him a little bit more relaxed. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now.
He didn't inhale. He didn't inhale.
You know what I'm saying? But in other news, as we pivot off script, you know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on now. I didn't really get a chance to share my opinion on this.
Come on, brother. Now. Speak your truth and say your claim.
Look, man. To be honest, it's not an ageism thing, because ageism is real, right? I don't care how old you are if you can do the job, right? But he's slowing down, man. He's slowing down. Sometimes you just really got to know when to tap out. I feel like the people that care about him should be like, hey, man, just sit down and be humble. But this dude has served our country for over 50 years. Dude, I served it for 20 years and I was done. Was gone. I couldn't do the day past 20. My man been serving this country for 50 years. Thank you, sir. Yes, go relax, enjoy your family, right? Maybe let some other people with more vigor that can keep up with some of these, gangsters that are out there. Because Trump, he a gangster, man. I can't. Someone who lost his vigor cannot keep up with the Trump, man. I don't think he could get the numbers the Democrats want, man. I don't think he can. It's time. You need to sit down. Go enjoy your golden years, bro.
Platinum, bro.
He platinum. Go enjoy your platinum years, man. Yeah. Like, thank you for your service, but it's okay to bow out gracefully. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think honestly, what he wants to do is win, then do so.
Oh yeah, we got a Dana as Azure. I don't know, but good evening. She said good evening and good evening back to you. And then earlier, I am Jeff.
That's my sis, Denaya.
He said, I am Jeff said a couple of things. He said, black jobs, is that a TikTok thing? I don't know about that. And then he said, you do realize the Biden administration brought in TikTok's top creators to help attack Trump, right? I don't know that.
I did not know that, but I told you, I said it. You know what I said.
You did say that. You did say that.
If you want to win the nomination, if you want to win the presidency, you have to get into support of these social medias where these young people.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that.
And they dwell on these platforms.
You did say that. Yep. And then again, you done activated I Am Jeff. I'm gonna tell you what, he is the president of the Trump fan club. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He also said over 50 years and ain't done ish.
I disagree.
I don't know about that, man.
Because over a lot, and I want to say this respectfully to Jeff. Jeff was on the show, and I appreciate him being on the show. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he comes again. But student loans is real, brother. You didn't pay them off. The administration we had did. You know what I'm saying? And when
this is true,
bro. Here's the thing, bro. Maybe you paid yours off. I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and you know what? and for our communities, we tend to struggle a lot with debt, right?
Right.
And for struggling families that took college debt, trying to better themselves, try to beat the generational curses, right? And then you stuck in debt. This helped them, man. So to
This
say
did.
he did nothing, I don't know about
You
that,
can't say
dog.
that. You can't say that. Now I understand. And here's the thing. That is the crying voice of every president that was out there. Even people said Trump didn't do nothing. He did. He gave people opportunity.
He lowered my taxes. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
He did. But here's the thing about it. There's two sides of coin. Like he gave people PPP. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who use it legitimately, and they are not in jail, and their businesses thrive and success.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. Obama, he gave free health care to people. Now, people thought he didn't do nothing for black people. Black people were the most people in the country that's dying from not having health care. The only problem is the onus is upon you to take advantage of the tools that's out there. You can say you want a house, or are you going to do what you got to do to build it? No. So anybody who says that, and Jeff, is no shade to you. Anybody who says that about any presidency, saying that they did nothing for the people, that's a lie.
Yeah, I can't stand on that because if you ask any struggling family who had that student loan that was part of their struggle and now it's gone, that's one less stressor they got to worry about. So
that's one less stress. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah,
but
man. He said Biden has created more bills and laws that have affected the black and brown communities.
I get that.
I mean, what president haven't though?
Well, yeah, bro. Come on. Keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
We had a black president and nothing really changed for us. But
I can't say that either.
Well, hold on. But it's not his fault. It's not his fault. I will say this: the LGBT,
the
alphabet crew, they got almost everything they wanted, and you know why? They held his feet to the fire. They pressed them, and they got what they wanted. Did we do that?
There you go. So here's the thing is, you can't, all right, maybe because I have this entrepreneurial spirit in me to say this. You can't expect nothing for free.
Nope.
The word freedom has dumb in it if you think you're going to get something for free. Okay?
I love it. Freedom has dumb in it if you think you're gonna get some. I like that.
I'm just saying you have to go out and make the initiative yourself.
You gotta make it happen, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if a president's saying we're gonna give you this and this and this and this. Read the fine line. Chat GPT, the small print. It's gonna tell you got to do something.
Got to do something.
And you know what? Let me pivot from that because we going off script and I'm going. I got one more. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Look, it seems like your boy Rick Ross was thinking. I mean. Big and bold, right? This man was in Canada, right? Playing Not Like Us. Now, mind you, shout out to K Dot. He dropped the Not Like Us on 4th of July at 4:30.
Man,
I sent that to you. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, you sent it to me, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna check this out." But I had a rib in my hand at the time, and my family was there. I was like, "I'll check it out." But I know there's some significance. I haven't did my research in it why he dropped it at 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast time, but he did. And then it seems like later on that night, you know what I'm saying, Not Like Us was being bumped in Canada, and Rick Ross and his team got into the slobber knocker. And look, I'm just gonna call it like it is. You know what I'm saying? 4th of July is only celebrated in the United States. Why? It's the 4th of July. It's the United States independence. In Canada, it's July 4th. It's the day after the
another day, man. It's just another
you know what I'm saying? So, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, and then Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? He said that he was cool. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. All Rick Ross did, if that was him, it's people saying that it's his security, that's saying that it was him. All it is, it's a lesson learned, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take the L. And you lose. You lose and you learn. Pointblankperiod.com. You can go ahead and put a dash to it. Last but not least, you know what I'm saying? Because we took a lot of time on the Biden, but I just want to say, if y'all ever seen Good Times, right? Y'all know the phrase that was said. Damn, James. All right, let's keep it going. LeBron James Jr., aka Bronny, misses the Golden State Warriors Summer League game due to swelling of the knees. You know what I'm saying? Needless to say, he was not in Game of Thrones or House of Dragons when they took over. He could not bend the knee. And so with that being said, he had to miss a game. Now, some people are speculating like, oh my God, are we having another LeBron James part 2? I'm like, no. Okay. The bro man probably wasn't familiar with playing this type of game at this elite level. The little man, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He got 2 shots off. I mean, he got 2 points off in the first game he played. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you play in the scrimmage from some killers that want to beat you. Okay.
Was this gonna be his first game or what?
Yeah, the summer league. So NBA has the summer league.
Okay.
The summer league, all the players that's been drafted from one team to the other, they go ahead and start playing with each other, so they can get the conditioning, right? They can get familiar with how they play, because we know Klay Thompson ain't playing with Golden State no more. Klay, he's over in Dallas with Kyrie Irving and Donkovic. You know what I'm saying? Doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? And Paul George just said deuces to the Clippers, and he bounced over there to Philly. I believe he went to Philly. He still not gonna do nothing. However, what I think is going to happen, because JJ Redick, who has basketball IQ, and he also is trying to get somebody. He's trying to get Rondo to be his assistant coach, trying to take the Lakers to another level. And I'm all for that. But you know what? In the meantime, between time, back off of Bronny. Let that young kid.
He's a growing boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And LeBron, you know what I'm saying? LeBron, he is the GOAT of the era, right? He's the GOAT of the era. I like to see the man play. Even if he didn't play for the Lakers, I like to see that man play, because he's going to give you what you need. The battle may say he's better than Kobe. No, he's not. I will never say that. I don't even think Jordan is better than Kobe, because Jordan didn't play as long as Kobe did for the same team. Brian didn't play as long as he did with the same team. Although Brian has showed that he's good with multiple teams, Kobe stood through everything. And rest in peace to the Black Mamba. Let's go ahead and get back on to the script. Unless you got something to say, Gmo.
Actually, I do. So I want to double back to the Rick Ross thing, and then we got a question over here from Unstoppable Season. So the biggest thing with Rick Ross was, dude, you got to know your audience. Back when I did music, that's one thing you taught me. As my manager, know your audience.
Know your audience.
I don't think it was very well thought out to play They Not Like Us in Canada.
No.
Just like the whole West Coast had Kendrick's back, I'm pretty sure most of Canada has Drake's back.
Yeah.
Like someone in that crew should have been like, yeah, that's Rose. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. Someone like he must be surrounded with a bunch of yes men, because I would not have no. Like you said, no, don't do it. Don't play it. That's all I got on that one, man. Now the question we got, man, on this is coming from IG, Unstoppable Season.
Yeah.
This question is, since Twitter's Vine pioneered short form video, do you think Elon Musk will bring back Vine in wake of TikTok's possible US ban? If so, will that be a big opportunity for content creators? What you think about that? Oh, good question. Because I know that's been tossed around, but what you think?
You know, I believe it's a strong possibility now that X has a platform for media, right? X bought the rights to Versus from Trill.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're going to start seeing some long form media, and there's shows that's already out on X. So I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing that platform as well. But mind you, in order for you to be able to experience those, you do have to pay $4.99 a month for the premium.
Wait a minute, I gotta pay $4.99 to watch Versus? And
unless you're gonna use the API plug and watch it on what? YouTube.
I like how you brought that back. You know what, man? To be honest, the one Versus I was waiting for was JD and P. Diddy. I don't think we're gonna get that.
We're not gonna get
I don't think we're gonna. Is too soon still?
It's bro. It ain't that. It's gonna always be
still too. Okay, damn.
Bro, you ain't gonna.
I guess that's a no Diddy for real.
No Diddy. Nah. Now what you may get Now what you may get.
So, and to be honest though, I actually have my money on JD. I think a lot of people underestimate JD because people were saying P. Diddy would win that off the rip. I don't think so. I think people underestimate JD, man.
The reason why JD would win is two reasons. One, JD.
And then we got Danaya Azure said Diddy is done.
Denaya.
Denaya?
Yeah.
Denaya Azure. Okay. Denaya Azure. Diddy is done.
Diddy. Oh yeah, Diddy is done. Diddy is done. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's some other stuff her and I Am Jeff are saying on IG, but I can't say that on the live stream.
We don't want to get shut out.
Yeah.
But you know what verses since we talked about it, let me just say, you know what verses that I think was the best verses for hip hop?
Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy? No? Oh. That
Jada
one had me. I was nervous on that one.
Jada Kiss, yeah, bro. I was too. I was like, man, I'm about to watch this. I'm about to go to court because somebody gonna get shot. They're gonna like any viewers seeing what
all viewers are gonna get subpoenaed.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, they gonna subpoena my IPN. No, my IPI. No DNS settings over here. No. But my favorite verses was Jada Kiss and the Lox versus Dipset. Yeah, you see how bad it was, bro. Okay, just saying.
Oh, they killed it. That was the one when Fat Joe was like, "Yesterday's price is not today's price." Jada Kiss. He showed the true spirit of hip hop and being an MC with them bars,
bro. And he, not only that, he was clowning them. He was like, "They don't know their lyrics. You don't know your lyrics."
That was funny.
They didn't have ChatGPT then. They were like, Google.
Hey, I Am Jeff said JD is a better producer, hands down, and I agree. I agree. And then, dude, the funny thing too, the funny thing too with that Jada Kiss, the what was the Lox and Dipset?
Yeah.
When Dipset was like, "Oh, they ain't got no songs for the girls." Ooh, they forgot. They forgot. Yeah.
With Mary J. I mean, not Mary J. Blige. Mariah Carey. Are you crazy?
Hey, you know you messed up, right? You know you messed up.
You know what I'm saying, bro.
So let me chime in on the question that we got from Unstoppable Season. I don't know. That's a tricky one, man, because I feel like the one app that has something to gain if TikTok gets banned is really YouTube, because YouTube is already still the dominator, right? And shorts is picking up and they're putting a lot of focus on shorts.
Yes, they are.
I think X will have an uphill battle to climb, because not only do they have to try to make a name for themselves in the short content space, they gotta try to compete with YouTube and IG. That ain't gonna be easy, dog.
No, it's not. However, you made a good point. This short, Unstoppable Season made a good point when he said that, do we think X can come back like how? Because Vine.
It started this. Yeah. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it.
Do it for the Vine. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? The Vine was showing us that short media matters. And short media will make money. TikTok showed us that short media makes money.
It sure did.
And YouTube showed us that short media gets more views. Short media
it sure does.
Sponsors. And short media is here to stay, right? I look at it like this. X probably will come out with their own version of the short media. They will. But just keep in mind that it's not going to be on the level of TikTok, because TikTok is the fastest growing social media platform.
Yeah, that thing grew. That thing grew. Yeah. But the difference though between TikTok and if X decides to do it, they already have a user base versus, well, I guess TikTok had Musical.ly because they bought Musical.ly and turned it into TikTok. So I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna have to be a hypocrite. Maybe I'll throw a maybe, right? Because you excuse me, you got some folks that'll do it for the nostalgia, right?
Yep.
If Vine came back, you know what? There may be a lot of people that jump on that just for the nostalgia, just for the nostalgia. And then a lot of people on X, that what I see, they like to go against the grain. Your rebels love X, so they may use whatever X calls it. If they should just stick with Vine. If they bring it back, they may just jump on it despite IG and YouTube.
Yeah, and this is what they might do. They might say, like how when Instagram first came out, Instagram, a Facebook app.
Yeah.
Say, Vine and X
next app.
You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this, and if this happens, and I believe it will, I want us to take credit for it. I want us to replay this.
Ooh.
Elon Musk.
It'll be in the archives.
To go ahead and get Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart blew up Vine.
He blew up off that Vine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kevin Vine blew, and they're friends, or they're business friends from what I've seen on social media. So if Elon Musk grabbed Kevin Hart and Kevin Hart's team and his connections, it's over. We got a Vine, and then TikTok.
Yeah, that could do something. Yeah. I am Jeff. What do he say? IG versus YT for shorts will be a battle, but YT shorts is way easier to use than IGs.
I agree.
Yeah, you got a good point. You got you bring up a good point. And you know what? I just thought of something, right? Because that is under the Elon Musk umbrella. You know what? It may just blow up because I'm looking at something that will be a standard app when you buy a Tesla. You may be able to use the Tesla camera in the car and make your vines on that. So and I mean, you may be able to see some astronauts flying on SpaceX shuttles using the Vine app. You know what? I don't know. I take that back. I think Vine would blow up if X brings it back.
Let me tell you what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be doing $1 million baby on Mars. I ain't never been the same thing. Because Elon Musk trying to take everybody to Mars.
He's trying to say, hey, you know what? And that'll all be documented and captured on the Vine. You know what? It will probably blow up. It will. Yeah. Good. That was a hell of a question, man. Hell of a question. He said, thanks, TVG, for the answers and dope perspective. That's what's up, man.
You already know.
I think that was a good question, man.
Yeah.
Very good question. All right. So now we getting back to
the tech.
Back to technically speaking, man. So this next topic, right? Really good topic, because we kind of touched on this a few episodes ago, man. And this topic right here is talking about how AI is challenging college degrees. Now, let me play a little video for you real quick to let you see what we talking about.
Show me something.
Show me something.
Show me something.
Let me show y'all what we talking about right now.
Yep.
Let me see. Am I seeing what I need to see? Yep.
College degree plan. So here's wow. AI is oh, we can't hear it though, bro. Choosing a college major was. Are you sharing with the audio, brother?
Y'all not hearing that?
Nah, man.
Let me change a few.
All I'm hearing is $1 million baby. I ain't never been the same.
My fault. Let me change a few things around here real quick.
I ain't never been the same thing.
Hey, sometimes technically speaking can have some technical difficulties.
Hey, that's right. You know what I'm saying? This is tech this is true tech. You know what I'm saying? Not that stuff that you guys see to get edited on other shows. We're not gonna say their names. But no, we live with it. You know what I'm saying? We live with it.
All the way live with it. You're gonna see them technical difficulties live on the set.
That's why we call technically speaking, because you're getting all the tech. You get the technically challenge, you get the technical difficulties, you get the tech talk, tech news that you can use. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you ain't getting is TurboGrafx 16.
True. Now I got to share the audio too, so it should work. It should work. Let's try this again. How we looking? Can you hear it?
I cannot.
You cannot hear it. All right, never mind the video. We're just gonna jump to it then. We just gonna jump to it. So basically, and this one right here is coming to us from USA Today.
Yes.
And the question is, are certain degrees still worth it with AI coming out? And specifically, they're talking about the humanities degrees. And when we talk about humanities degrees, we're talking about art history, English literature, history, anthropology, sociology, philosophy, foreign language, gender studies, political science, theology, and religious studies. Whew.
So all the things that people need to do research on, are they still important?
Will they pay? I think is the big question, really, what it comes down to.
They will pay. They won't get paid handsomely, and they won't be a lot of those jobs available. But what they will have is people who need to do research, and people who need to do research with the tech tools that they can use. Like if you take somebody who has skills of with generative AI, like people know how to prompt engineering, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they want to be able to fact check some of the kids' work that they plagiarize, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be real big because obviously, they're going to have these things where you can be able to make sure that this is real work that you did, not something you copied off of these AI platforms. So they're going to be there. How important will it be? It will be. It won't be as important as it is now, but some of those jobs have to be there. Why? Because not everybody learns the same, right?
True.
Everybody learns differently. Some people, especially those who go back to school, there's an abundance of people that's going back to school that are probably like, I would say 40s, 50s, and 60s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they can't relate to a professor that's 20 years their junior. And they may not know the tools of AI. So all these positions they have to have in places. So you won't get the ageisms. People don't want to go to school because they feel like they're too old and their professor doesn't understand them because they don't know ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So these jobs, these careers are still going to be there. The only thing about it is it's going to be far and few in between.
Yeah, I agree with you with that one, man, because I mean, AI can kind of do some of this stuff like art history. I don't know how critical that's going to be moving forward, right? Especially if you're talking about majoring in that, if you go to college. And we were just talking about college debt earlier, right? If you come from a family where you have to get a loan to go to college and you use that loan to major in art history, I don't know what the probability is you're going to get a good paying job in that field. I don't know, right?
Right. Well, and then here's the thing. That goes to show you that if you're going to go get the education that you truly believe you deserve and that you want, you're going to have to be cost efficient. You're going to have to make sure that looking at, okay, so if I go ahead and take this career path and my student loans is $32,000 after I graduate, but the job that I'm getting is only going to be $34,000 a year, I have to make sure that is the risk worth the reward. Because think about it, $32,000 plus tax, interest, and all of that. That's like buying a $40,000 vehicle.
For real. It's probably more than that with the interest rates that go on these student loans. Them things is high, boy.
Yeah, but with presidents that have loan forgiveness programs, and if we have this same presidency in the next 4 years, and people start hearing more, because there's been another abundance of loan forgiveness that went out that people are not familiar with. And more, I'm sure more to come as long as this presidency stays intact. But it's like, would you rather pay off a car or pay off your student loans? Because that's the time frame. You go to school for 4 years, you get a car for 6 years, but your car note is only $385. But your school loan, because you don't start paying them. Most people don't start paying off student loans until after they graduate.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there's already 4 years of debt acquired on
Ooh,
that
with
loan.
that interest too.
With that interest, right? So,
Ooh.
is it worth it?
And
That's
you
why
know
I
what?
think
To help answer that question, I want to share a quote from that article. And this quote came from Todd Badu, I think. I don't know. Anyway, he said, and he's the president of CompTIA. CompTIA, they're the governing bodies for
you talking about
certifications like Security Plus, which a lot of people want to get. In that quote, it goes, "Don't go to a school where they're using books that were written 5 years ago."
Oh, yeah, that's smart.
That's smart. That's I mean, because if the books were written 5 years ago, you were already behind it.
Yeah, you're late in the game.
You late in the game. Now, on the flip side, I want to share another quote that came from Mark Cuban in that article. He argues that AI will increase the value of humanities degrees in the future as employers will seek out critical thinking and creative skills that AI cannot replicate. Now, I see that point because I mean, AI is just a really good regurgitator at this point, right? It just regurgitates the information it learned. And who did it learn it from? Us, the humans. We still the supreme beings, okay? Don't get it twisted, man. But you know what?
The flesh, because the flesh is the best.
That the flesh is the best. Ooh, but you know what? AI is the new plug. So, but the flesh is
and
still
data
the
is
best.
the what?
the new drug. But nah, I feel that right because it cannot critical think. It's a good regurgitator of the information we taught it. You get what I'm saying? But we still need those critical thinking skills. So, on the other hand, I feel that from Mark Cuban, right? Because you take like anthropology, right? We need people that could study how we've evolved, right? So we can biggest things I think we need to learn, and we're starting to lose a lot of this empathy, right? Man, as a society, we lack empathy bad, but without your anthropologist, your sociologist, right? We don't have that, man, and that's what creates so much just chaos here, man. We need that. And then also too, in the world of business, right? Businesses make money from solving their customers' problems. We need to be able to create critical thinkers out there in the workforce, because if we're just relying on AI, man, we're just gonna be a lot of walking dummies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. we do need, like I said, we do need critical thinkers. We need flesh. We need humans, and we need human interaction.
Right? Yes, you know, human interaction. We need social skills, man.
Yeah, we need to have them. And here's the thing: we need people, and now I'm talking to the golden years, the platinum years, and the silver years.
Shout out to you, I am Jeff. You had to take off. Genevieve, I see you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for joining. We need that community as well. Why? Because of the fact that some people do not know what it's like without these devices in our hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they need to know that you can still survive if your device goes out.
True.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about it. We talked about it a couple of years ago. I mean, a couple shows ago about how people don't know how to use, you know what I'm saying, use a map. They don't know how to use a Thomas guide. They don't know how to use, I mean, they don't know how to follow directions unless they have a navigation app inside their hand. And me personally, I'm for the navigation app because it gives you the heads up, like if there's traffic along the way. But I know how to get to where I'm going if there's a problem. The only issue is there's a generation out there that don't. And we need to do a better job of educating those that don't.
Yeah. No, good point, man. And so I think there's still a need for like the humanities degrees. I just think some of them, like art history, I don't know if you should major in that. Maybe take the class if you want to learn about that. Sociology, I think there's a place in that. History, I think we need that as a subject, as a concentration degree. I don't know about that, man.
Or don't make the degree cost so much. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being $20,000.
Good point. Oh, and you know what? There's one thing we do got to talk about from this article before we wrap this thing up. So I was talking about governance. Here's governance at play again. So let me go back. The part of this discussion, right? The Biden administration is implementing regulations requiring colleges to provide detailed information on whether their programs lead to gainful employment. And the biggest thing from this is colleges have to start these reports in October. I like that because now what you're doing is you're giving prospective students the ability to see, if I take this degree, do I have a good chance of getting a job? Because that's lacking right now. For people don't know, I learned this when I was in workforce development with my IT technical training school. As a technical training school, we had to report how many of our students actually got jobs. We had to report it to the Texas Workforce Commission, and we had to maintain a 60% employment rate. The colleges, they don't have to maintain none of that, because colleges are built to educate, not necessarily get people jobs, right? I like this part. It might be some of the hater in me from when I was running my school, because I'm like, how y'all get all that money, but you ain't got to make sure people get jobs, right? I'm a little bitter. I'm a little bitter, right? I'm petty. They call me Petty Officer Moreno, but but no, I like this, but because without this, people that come for our communities, man, who's really trying to step up and level up in life, if they don't have that informed decision to make, then you get stuck in debt, man. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all, man. So I like this right here. And I think Jeff, he jumped off. He said that Biden ain't doing nothing. This is huge. This is huge, man. That's huge. And AI is forcing this conversation.
Yeah. One thing is for certain, two things is for sure, bro. Debt is another form of slavery. And what you don't want to do is go into slavery, go into debt for something you think that you're going to be making yourself a better human by getting a degree. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
It's like everybody, and I'm not knocking people who go to school. I'm not. You want to be able to accomplish something. My kids are going to go to school and go to college. So, you know what I'm saying? College to me was going to get certificate programs for things that I need because of the fact that I personally took a different route. However, if you're going to go to school, make sure that the classes and the skills that you're taking, the courses you're taking is going to be beneficial for you, not just for you to get a degree and say, got a degree.
I got these degrees.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look, let me tell you what else got degrees. Thermometers. And they ain't got no diploma. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell you is this. And I hope the young people that tune in probably sooner or later when they start tuning in, they realize, look, go to school, pick your education. 50% is something you love to do. 50% of something is going to make you a better human and financially set in a better way. And
I can rock with that.
As you get older, you start mature. When I was 18, I didn't think like I did when I was 21. Because when you go into college, you're going to be 18. When you graduate, you're going to be 21, going to 22 for your first 4 years, right? Mm-hmm. So degrees change, and things that you want to do change, and things that you want to be change. And some of them may take a toll. You start out with a $40,000 degree that you wanted to go and get, but then you realize, you know what? Nah, I don't want to go. I don't want to have to pay for almost a mortgage just so I can be able to get out of debt so I can go get a house, which is going to be another mortgage. You feel what I'm saying?
More interest.
So just think about it like that. I mean,
for real.
Make it make sense. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what
make it make sense.
We as a community.
And let me share something real quick, man, before we wrap this up. So I to add on to what you said, right? Make sure it has a return on investment, right? And I want to share a personal story. I was actually working on my doctorate. I did a year out of a 3-year doctorate program. And one of my motivations was to have that doctor in front of my name, right? But then when I first started that, my situation changed. My new situation, I couldn't see a return on investment on the sacrifices I had to make just to get that doctor in front of my name, right? It wasn't worth it, so I dropped out. So definitely, spend the time, man, to see, will this degree benefit you? If so, okay, go for it. But if it's not, don't do it. Pick a different way. Yeah. There's more ways to educate yourself than just going to college. And that's coming from someone I got 3 degrees, but I got degrees that I knew I could tap into. I'm in tech. All my degrees are, 2 out of my 3 degrees are in tech. 1 is in business. But make sure it's going to be something that's going to benefit you, so you're not being jacked for your time, man. Because one thing we cannot get back is time. So just, think about that. Make sure it's benefiting you. That's the biggest thing, man.
Benefit. I mean, we didn't even mean to go into education, but we did.
But AI forced the discussion, man. Yeah. That's the good thing, right? It
like AI is forcing all the discussions that's going on across the world too. Think about it.
I think it is, man. I think it is, and that's why the name of this episode was AI Rules the World, man.
AI.
Come on now. So it is time to wrap this episode of Technically Speaking up. Yeah. Thank you everybody on IG that joined us, Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for showing love. For those that showed up, thanks for joining us again. We do this every Monday at 6:30, and we break down tech news for everyday life. Corey, tell them how to get in touch with you, man. Drop them social media.
Drop the media. So before we do that, it's 4:30 on the Pacific Standard Time, 6:30 on the Central Standard Time, and 7:30 on the Eastern Standard Time.
There you go. My fault. And if you're anywhere else in the world, use the world clock.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? And you can always find me at Corey Giovanni, CoreyGiovanny, at all the platforms that's out there besides X. I think there's an underscore before the Corey Giovanni, and I think that's because of how that platform works. However, anyway, I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm on all four. Make sure that if you see me, say something, say hi. You know what I'm saying? Technically speaking, I'm not a shy guy. Boom.
And then you can find me on all platforms except for TikTok, because I don't do TikTok, at tech_Von_go. Holla at your boy. And if you're on YouTube, make sure to click the like button and subscribe and that bell so you can get notified of new episodes. And that's it. Y'all have a good night.
Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.
Holla.
I did it right.